So recently Mojang announced the next big update, the Wild update, and I thought I would try to make some new biomes for it. During Minecraft Live, Mojang also showed off some concept arts, which I tried to recreate in-game. Today, we are going to be looking at some 1.19 biome concepts and ideas that I had. And really quickly, if you do end up enjoying this video, please subscribe to my channel as it shows me that these videos are worth making and impacts me a lot more than you would think. The first biome we have is the birch forest. Trees would be lighter in this biome, and a plethora of new plants would accompany the ground. This would include puff reeds, violets of different colors, and birch sprouts. Boulders and hollow logs would also generate on the ground. Birch trees would be taller, with shelf mushrooms peeking out of the sides and beehives hanging from the branches. This would be a relatively peaceful biome. You would need 8 birch logs in a circle formation in the crafting table to craft 8 hollow logs. A small sub-biome to the birch forest would be the allay gardens. It's a allay or allay? Whatever. This would be where the allay spawns. A new flower, also called the tune lip, would generate in the biome, indicating that it's an allay garden. You would also be able to find birch logs with music notes carved in them. I would imagine this biome works similarly to slime chunks, but only in forest biomes. You can kind of see how I tried to go off the Minecraft concept art that was shown. Obviously, not everything from the concept art is going to be added to the actual game, but I'd like to imagine that it would be. The next biome I made was the oak forest. The trees would be taller and a bit larger, and red flowers would cover the ground. Flowers like the red petal, the twist blossom, and the apple blossom would generate in this biome. Although not that realistic, who cares, we have like pigs that can kill you. Oh, I guess they can kill you in real life too, never mind. Anyways, patches of harvest grass would also generate in this biome, along with fallen logs and boulders. Red shelf mushrooms would also be found in this biome. Okay, so next up we have the dark oak forest. This forest would have a dark and spooky vibe. October's over. Anyways, there would be tall and winding dark oak trees, as well as mossy dark oak logs and mossy boulders. Patches of pumpkins and squash would generate in this biome, and dark oak shrubs, thorn bushes, and various mushrooms would grow on the floor. Thorn bushes would do delayed damage, which is a function that could be useful for redstone contraptions, even though I have no idea how. Two structures could also generate in this biome. The first would be called a forest shelter and would generate at the base of dark oak trees. They would have well-hidden doors and would contain a bed and possibly some materials. The second structure, called a web cave, would also sometimes generate if a dark oak forest overlaps with an entrance of a cave. This would contain spools of silk and spider spawners, as well as some loot. On top of this, a new mob called the forest bear, literally just a retextured polar bear, would spawn in the dark oak forest. Alright, for our next biome, the mangrove swamp. The mangrove swamp would mainly stay loyal to the concept art and the picture. I just have one question. Why is the mud gray? I guess it's wet clay, but it just looks so much better when it's brown. Anyways, mud and patches of dry mud would make up the ground. Mangrove trees would generate with low-hanging vines, and cattails would vegetate the shoreline. Swamp sprouts would peek out of the mud, and mounds of gray terracotta would sit on the surface. Lily pads and floating water lilies would be in the water. Lily pad lakes would also exist in this biome. There would be closed-off lakes with tons of lily pads in them. Kind of a nice scene. Fireflies would also spawn at night to really set in the ambience. Also, I just looked it up. Apparently gray mud isn't uncommon and I'm just dumb. But whatever, I think brown mud looks better. Just my opinion. For our next biome, the spruce forest, I wouldn't imagine it to get updated again since it was just updated pretty recently. If it was updated, small fox nests could be added and the trees could be redesigned. Maybe mushrooms could be cooked to make a quick food if you can't find anything else. Our next biome is the redwood forest. Mega taiga. The trees could be redone so they aren't so ridiculously ugly, and red sand as well as terracotta patches would generate, as well as thorn bushes and a new type of fish called a trout. Forest bears would also be able to be found here. So have fun, I guess. Are you getting tired of me saying this? Well, too bad. Our next biome is the windswept forest. This was introduced in the more recent snapshots of the 1.18 update, but it's literally just a spruce forest biome that generates in mountains, so I thought I'd try to do more with it. In windswept forests, you would find boreal grass covering the floor, as well as a new type of fruit called the winter melon growing in this biome. The trees would be similar to spruce trees, just sometimes with snow on them. Winter melons would be edible, but if combined with blaze powder, would become frosting winter melon. I know that makes no sense. Frosting winter melons would be used in it with an awkward potion to brew the frost potion. The frost potion would make you invincible to any cold or freezing effects. And for our last biome, it's the last biome. How did I spend 5 hours writing the script? Oh, anyways, for my last biome idea I have is the flower forest. The flower forest would have some new plants introduced here, as well as the occasional cherry blossom oak tree, which would be like the azalea tree, where it has oak as its base, but it uses a different type of leaf. And yeah, that's it. I actually spent months on this video, and I would really appreciate it if you subscribe, because it impacts me more than you think. Even like 10 new subscribers makes me happy, so just please subscribe. Thank you. And if you hated this video, feel free to dislike it and make fun of it with your friends. At least I did my job of entertaining you.